Welcome to Crack Testing Interview. So in this video, we are going to discuss one of the important concepts and important interview question as well, right? How to debug Selenium script, right? This is one of the important interview question. Why? Because with these questions, interviewer easily identified if you are coming from real experience or fake experience, right? Usually when we are practicing, we learn all the methods and the end-to-end flow. At the same time, need to understand the debugging as well, right? Okay, we'll understand with some example. I have written a code over here for just simple two methods here, and I just wanted to call this method in our main method. So in main method, I have printed some messages. Then we are calling the methods, the first method, then printing some message, then calling the second method and printing some messages, right? The first method is just simply we are calling, we are passing two variable, two values and just adding this value. Then second method, we are passing again two variable, right? Then in this value, one is it's just comparing this value, right? If it is a greater than b, then it is going to print this message. Along with that, it is going to subtract the value as well, right? If it is condition is not true, then it is going over here and it's going to print b is greater and it is a subtract from b to a, right? This is what the method. I will run this now. I will check how this thing is working. See, this is what if I am printing, it's printing, the first message it is printing, then it is creating an object. Now it's going to the method. This method, it is adding the method 100 plus 50. So it is 150 is printing. Now the next is the message it is printing, then A is a greater than, A is a greater, so it is printing 300 minus 280, it is printing the value. Now we'll check how this method, how it is calling this method, everything we want to know, right? Just we are calling here, right? I just want to know how the method is running as well, right? What is the method within the method, how they have written a script, right? I want to know that. So we'll see one by one how to debug the script and we'll check it out, right? So before debugging, first we should know how to add a breakpoint, right? If I want to add a breakpoint in the line number 23, just right click on a toggle breakpoint, right? Otherwise, you can add, just double click on the line number, you can add a breakpoint over here. This is the way we need to add a breakpoint before start debugging the script, right? This is the way we need to add a breakpoint. So if I want to remove the same thing, right click on a toggle breakpoint, then it is gone, right? Otherwise, you can double click on that, again it is gone. This is the way we need to add a breakpoint. Right now we know how to add a breakpoint. We'll run this script and we'll check how this thing is working, right? The first method we are going to use is step over. What is step over? We'll see one by one. I'm just right click over here, just go to debug as. Right, usually while running we use run as Java application. Now we are going to debug this script, so I'm just going to debug and Java application. Just click on a switch. So now it is asking our instruction to move further, right? We have given a breakpoint over here, so it is waiting for our instructions. So what we need to do, we need to click a step over, means we need to click F6. If I click F6, it is moving to the next line, right? Next line, before that, it is printing the first line value as well, right? First line, it is printing the message, it is moving to the next line. Now again, if I am clicking a F6, it is going to the next line. Now here, it is going to the method and it will be print the value as well, right? Now it is printing the value from the method, this method. It is printing the value. Now if I am clicking on a F6, what happened? It is going to printing the first method, right? I click F6. Now it is printing the first method, then it is move on to the next method. Click F6 again, it is going to the next line, right? Now we could able to see how it is printing line by line. click F6. That's it. This is the way we need to validate, debugging, right? If suppose if the error is there. Okay. So I just want to know, now we have used the step over. Step over means it will be going to move further in the method. In the main method, whatever the steps we have written, it is to navigate to the next line. That is what step over. Suppose here we have a method, right? I want to know how the method is written, right? So if I want to know the step by step, it should navigate to the method as well. So what I'll do, right? So if again I will run as debug as the Java application. Now what happened? It is coming to the system out println, this line, right? This line I don't want to go to the method. So I'm just clicking F6. So the test case is one of the class, right? So if I want to know where the class is, what is the class methods are available, if I am clicking F5, right? Otherwise you can go over here, you can see step into the particular method, right? So I'm just clicking F5. See, it is going to the method. So it is saying that this is the method you are creating an object. Right. Now again, if I am clicking a F6, it is coming into the next line. So next line, this is also one of the method. Object.add is the one of the method. I want to know how they have written in a method. So again, I can just click F5. That is step into. See, now we can able to see it is went into the method. Before, when we are using a step over, it's not coming into the method. Now it is coming into the method because we are using step into, right? That is F5. Now I am just clicking F6 again, right? So this is the method, add method we have written. So it is printing the value over here, right? Again, if I am clicking a F6, it is coming into the printing the next line. Again, F6, it is coming to the next line. Again, I want to know what is the method written over here, right? Sub method. This sub method, what is written inside the sub method? I just want to know. So I am just clicking on a step into, that is F5. See, again, it is going to the sub method, right? If I am clicking a F6 again, see, it is coming into the next line. So it should print the first line, then it is coming out of the method. Now this is system out println. This is a message. I'm just clicking on a message, F6, F6. Right. Now that's it. This is the way we need to debug the script. Right. I have one more script in a Selenium as well. That is, I just navigate to the application and enter the username and password. Right. So this is also, we'll see how it is working. So in this method, I'm just navigate to the URL. I'm entering the username, right? And after that, I'm entering the one more value into the same username field. Just append the text. Next, what happened? I'm just getting the value. Using get attribute, I'm just getting the value from the username field. Then I'm entering the password, clicking on a login button. Here we have added up both values, right? So the username is invalid one. So it will throw the error message saying that invalid credentials. I will execute this first, then we'll go with debug mode. Okay, so I will run this. It is entering the username password. It is clicking on a login. It's invalid credentials, right? So username is only admin. Now I have added a one more value as well. So that is what username is. It is saying invalid. Here first we have enter admin. Then we are getting the value. So that's what it is printing over here. Now I just appended the one more text in the same username field. So I am just retrieving the value as well. That is what admin tester. Then password we have entered. Then clicking on a login, it is saying invalid message, that is error message. Error message also we are printing over here. Right. Now we'll see how this thing is working. Again, we'll add a breakpoint. Right. We'll start execute this script again with the debug mode. We'll see how the step by step is working. So debug as Java application. So now it is, if I click F6, it should navigate to the URL, right? So now you can able to see it's opening over, that's it, right? Now it's not, I'll close this. If I click F6, I'll open this, it is navigate to the URL, right? Now if I'm clicking on a F6, it should enter the username, right? I will click this, see, enter the username. Now if I click F6 again, it should enter the value, get attributes, its value is printing over here. Right, now if I am clicking F6, it should append the value tester over here. See, here it is, value is appended in the same username field. Now again I will clicking on a F6. It is printed the value. See, both the values are printed. Right, appended text also printed over here. Now I am just clicking F6. It should print the password as well. See, it is printing password as well. The username also printed, password also printed. Now if I am clicking a F6 again, so it is going to get the error message, right? Now in this next line, it is going to print the error message, right? See here, it is clicking on a login button so that it is showing invalid credentials. Now I can click F6 again. See, it is printing the invalid credentials, error messages as well. Right, now if I am clicking F6, that's it, it is general. This is the way we need to validate. I'll go to Java. So this is the way we need to validate the debugging mode, right? So here we have only 10 lines of code, but in real applications, we use it to write, we have a multiple 100 lines of code, 500 lines of code. So we need to validate as, we need to debug in a debug mode in the same way only, right? So I hope this will help you. Thank you.